Hi guys! Today we will see Joseph finally arriving in Windhoek. But before we join him, let me remind you of our question from the previous lesson. The question was, what do we call lines that connect places with the same amount of rainfall? The answer is isohyads. Once again, we had an overwhelming response and I want to thank you for that. Let's join Joseph. Today his dream will come true when he visits the Weather Bureau.
Windhoek finally. Thanks to all the new friends I've met. I really want to visit the Weather Bureau first. And then I'll get the direction to my new school. Enrollment starts today.
Miss Mayor, I can't believe I'm in the Weather Bureau.
Good morning, Mom.
Good morning, my child. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Is this Joseph you told me about?
Yes, he's the young boy with big dreams for his future. Remember, you promised to take him to his school. He must enroll today.
No, ma'am. You've done so much. I think I'll find my way.
Nonsense! She knows exactly where the school is. But now I have to get going. I've got a lot of crops to take to the market and a lot of business to take care of. Joseph, remember, if you pass my town, come and say hello.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll surely pass by your home on my first trip home.
Goodbye, my daughter.
Bye, Mom.
And remember, your visit home is long overdue.
Don't worry, I will visit soon. Bye. Joseph, you're just in time to take the readings.
Will I be allowed to watch?
Watch? No, you will do the readings. You will take the readings yourself.
I can't believe it. I get a chance to work with the instruments. Can we start with the instruments that are kept inside the Steven screen?
Of course. Here is our Stevenson screen. You can open it. The door opens to the south. Do you know why, Joseph?
I think so. I think it's to prevent direct sunlight from shining into the screen, because if that happens, it will interfere with the readings of the instruments.
That's correct. Now let's start with the readings. The maximum and minimum readings. What is the reading?
I think we read the readings at the bottom of the indexes. So the maximum is 22.2 and the minimum is 9.5.
That's good. We must also take the atmospheric pressure from here, from the aneroid barograph, and our reading is 841 hectopascal. Now we must also take readings for the wind direction. Our wind vane is up there.
The arrow points in the direction from where the wind is coming from.
Yes.
And the wind direction is north.
Yes, that is correct. Let me record that quickly. Our last reading is that from the anemometer to record wind speed. As you can see, the cups are rotating, but we have to take the readings from inside because it's taken from the computer. Here we are, Joseph, and now we are going to take the readings from the computer screen. We collect the data from the instruments. The information is fed into the computer and then it draws the graphs automatically. But if you look carefully, we will see that the wind speed is constantly changing. There it changes from 6 to 5 to 7 knots again, depending on the wind speed outside. But I know in school you are drawing the graphs manually.
Is it the same type of graph that is used for drawing, temperature, rainfall and wind direction?
No, we use a line graph for temperature and the bar graph for rainfall. Let me show you how we do it.
Can we start with the temperature graph?
Sure. The first step is to draw our axis. On the horizontal axis we will have the time span, and this is years for the year. So here we write year, and we indicate the months as January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. On the vertical axis we indicate temperature, and we will also label that. Our scale for temperature must also be shown on this horizontal axis. So we will start with a 0 at the bottom. So now we will have to transfer the information from the table onto the graph. So the maximum for January is 31 degrees Celsius. So there we have 30, 31. For February it is 30. For March, 30 again. April is 29. May is 28. June 25. July also 25. August is 29. September 34. October 35. November 33. And December is 34. We have got all the dots now for the temperature, for the maximum temperature, and now we simply just connect these dots with a ruler.
But how do we show the minimum and maximum temperature separately?
Oh, that is quite easy. We will use different symbols. For temperature, for example, for minimum, for example, we can use dots, and for maximum, we can use crosses. So we start with January up to December again and connect them with a ruler. There we have our maximum temperature graph. Now we must still do the minimum temperature, and to show another set of data we will now use for the minimum small crosses instead of dots, and we will connect them with a solid line. So we start again with January, 18 degrees Celsius, small crosses this time. February is 17. For March, 15. April is 14. May is 11. June, 7. July is 8. August, 10. September, 14. October, 17. November, 18. And December, 19. So there we have got all our points, and we just use our ruler once again to connect them. And in this case we will use a solid line, because for maximum we have used a broken line. There we have our two graphs, the minimum temperatures and the maximum temperatures. So this is how we do it. There is one last thing. Do you know what it is?
I'm not sure, but I think there must be some way whereby someone can know the difference between which line represents the maximum temperature and which line represents the minimum temperature.